Why is this the most popular restaurant at CityWalk?
Princess Bear here today. We are indeed at Universal CityWalk Orlando, specifically because it's time to go back to
Toothsome Chocolate Emporium.
Yes, I have a little bit of sweet tooth, and as your number one choice of foodie infotainment, we're here to try all the chocolatey foods so you don't have to be cheese vegan. I'm not. Yes, we're going to walk around. I'm not swimming across.
It's time to foodie and chill. There was a time at Toothsome when the bruschetta was only vegetarian, and we got it vegan, and eventually they made it vegan, and now it looks so much different than it was before. I'm not a huge fan of these little feta pieces, and then also the big chunks of the raw onion. That's a little much. We were at Epcot Flower and Garden Festival the other day, and I got avocado toast, and my avocado, the bread for it was really hard, and cutting into this, I feel similar vibes as that, and it scares me. Let's see. I always love the balsamic drizzle. It's very nice. My knife kept falling into it. That was not so nice. The crunch of the bread is actually right on where you want it to be. So much better than what I had the other day at Epcot. The feta is nice. It would have been nice if it's Boursin cheese, because theirs is like nice and creamy, but you know, Universal's not at that point yet, and that's okay. It's still tasty, still fresh. I like the tomato, and I have no notes about the onion, so it's a 4 to 5 breads. It gives good bread.
Everybody enjoys a nice table bruschetta with a nice balsamic drizzle. I like the tomato cut in half. Little feta cubes giving me like Vio-like vibes. But you know what? I think bruschetta is like one of the most infinitely shareable appetizers you're going to find. I definitely meant to fork that entire thing and not send half of it flying across the plate. But I deal with the cards that I'm given, especially in this steampunk world. They had me reading the back of the menu, and now I want a dirigible of my own. I'm tired of driving. Driving is so 2020. I want like fantasy, future past, hot air balloons everywhere. That's where I want to be. Honestly, I can deal with the bread. It's fine. The outside is pretty crispy, with the inside is fairly soft. I like the balsamic drizzle, tomato, even the feta. My problem with it, honestly, is the avocado itself. I don't feel there's enough of it. It feels like a light schmear instead of like on top. It feels like you would scrape a bread after putting too much like mayo on it. It's like you put the avocado on, you scrape most of it off. So I'm not getting as much of the avocado flavor forward that I would like. It's still good, but I feel like it's lacking in that one department. A little bit more avocado could make this like a must get. Now it's like if you're craving it. I give that 3.5 out of 5 claws. So Toothsome prides itself on their ability to weave chocolate and cocoa into all things, hence the Chocolate Emporium. I have not always found those concoctions to be great. Some of them have been quite horrific experiments, and I feel like a guinea pig. But every once in a while they come up with something that's like, you know, it's probably terrible, but maybe it's worth it for some internal character development. And this would be one of those things. You have cocoa and hot honey wings. I have railed on like this hot honey, spicy honey trend that we've been on in like the last 3 or 4 months. I feel like everybody wants to add not just honey, but a spicy honey to things. The spicy honey and cocoa is strange. This plate, the entire bottom of this plate is just honey. It's strange. And these wings that I appreciate aren't breaded. They're just like dry rubbed or wet rubbed, however you want to call it. We can admit to our mistakes. This could be the wing of a lifetime. It could also be the thing that scares me off wings at Universal for maybe the rest of the year. Cheers. I see the vision. I don't see the execution. The honey, it's fine. Hot, only in their dreams. That's like the anti-hot. That's like if I had something spicy I wanted to cool my mouth off. Like maybe I put my mouth over like a steam valve and burned it. I'd want that to sort of soothe the burn. It's like that level of anti-spicy. You get a hint of the cocoa that's rubbed on, but I feel like the honey covers up how strong the cocoa could be, and then somehow at the same time prevents the wing from being as crispy as it could be. They're cooked fine. They're just not crispy, and the cocoa doesn't really like sell as like a signature flavor. It's more just a crispy hot honey wing with a whiff of cocoa. It's like cocoa dust and less cocoa powder. You know what I mean? I would give that a 3 out of 5 claws. I will eat them. But if you're looking for something that's going to give you like that premium chocolate experience, I do not feel like these make the bar at all.
This, my wonderful friends, is the black and blue. Now, last time we had the black and blue here, it was almost a year ago when we came with our friend Shelby at Universal Orlando Vegans, and it came with a blue cheese. Now, after we posted that video, like literally like a week or two after, in the Universal Orlando Vegans Facebook group, somebody was like, oh, you don't like blue cheese? That's fine. They will substitute it for feta. And I was like, oh my gosh, how come we didn't do that? But also I had never had a black and blue before. So like, of course, Shelby and Bear wanted me to have it in its original form. Now that we're back, I'm going to try it with the feta instead. So I'm really excited for this. The first thing I'm going to do though is take off this behemoth of a portobello and just enjoy the chunk with the feta. It does seem like there's less feta than what they would have given me for the blue cheese. It's like, I don't know, it's mostly chunk. But that's why I wanted to come today. Realistically, I was just craving chunk. So I'm not mad at it. Let's just take a bite. Cheers to you guys. I do think the chunk is cooked perfectly. All the places that I've had chunk as like a steak, Amatista Islands, Big Fire, Firenzo, they all cook the chunk as like a whole piece, and it gives you like this like kind of a steakhouse flavoring to it. Now here at Toothsome, some of the places I mentioned, I should say, they don't carry it anymore, but here at Toothsome they still do, and I think they still cook the chunk like it's a steak, and then they put it in a sandwich and cut it. And so you get the flavors of a steak, but then you get extras. So just having like bread, arugula, feta, and chunk is like a really nice flavor experience. I do wish there was more feta. It needs like 2 times more feta at the minimum than what is on the sandwich presently, but it is very delicious. And much better than like the black and blue, especially for somebody like me that just does not like blue cheese. Like when we had it the last time we came here, I had like, I want to say 1 or 2 bites, and then I donated the rest of it to the Bank of Shelby. This one, I'm going to finish. And if I don't finish it, I'm going to take it, and I'm definitely going to consume it for work tomorrow. I would give it a 4.75 out of 5 sandwiches. I would say that if you do not like blue cheese like me, this is definitely the way to go. If you do like blue cheese, just get it as is. And then, of course, like me, if you don't like mushroom, just take out the mushroom or ask for no mushroom. I only put the mushroom because I wanted you guys to see it with the mushroom, but ideally I would do without, especially since this one is so thick.
The tooth and blue, or the tooth and feta, as it would be called with the feta cheese, is interesting. It perks my eyebrows. If I had to choose, honestly, between feta cheese and blue cheese, be it vegan or not, 9.5 times out of 10, I'm going with the blue cheese. I think blue cheese has a more distinct flavor. And feta, I think feta sometimes is a bit too subtle, especially for a sandwich with such strong flavors, but I am interested to try this. Mushroom at all. Now, all things considered, if we weren't filming this and we just happened to find ourselves here, I would have ordered this sandwich with the blue cheese because it was that amazing last time we tried it. But I do want to see this new configuration and more chunk everywhere because chunk is delicious. We even thought about ordering our own. Just haven't done it yet. I can definitely see the merits of doing the feta cheese. Blue cheese, even amongst those people that eat it, is very niche enjoyment. It's one of those things like you're either going to love it or you're going to loathe it. Not mildly like, not I tolerate it. You either love, like sonnets and flowers and chocolates, and let's say chocolates here, or you're going to hunt it for sport. The feta makes it be more of like just a steak sandwich, and because of the way they grilled the bread and the rest of the fixes on there, it sells that 100%. So you're not even going to miss the blue cheese if you didn't want the blue cheese to begin with. I would give that a 4.75 out of 5 claws. It is a worthy foodie adversary. So I had adventured for something drastically different for this visit to Toothsome and could not decide. I wasn't feeling like a full heavy entree, so I wandered into the salads and sandwich section to look for a sandwich that I hadn't had because, I mean, I've had the Tooth and Blue, I've had the Monte Cristo, I've had the croquette. So there's a couple of things in there I've already had. I wasn't feeling a burger, so I went for the tuna melt, thinking that that too was going to be a sandwich in the sandwich section. And to my surprise, I got a tuna melt. So like melted tuna with melted cheese on top. The cheese, a sauce on top of a loaf of bread. Not like a half of bread, like a little mini loaf, like a deconstructed, we fooled you sort of tuna melt sandwich. You get all the fixings of what a sandwich should be. It's just a ice cream scoop of tuna on top of bread and sauce with spinach. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But since it's not a sandwich, all I can do, I suppose, is slice it. I don't know how it's supposed to work. Oh, I hit something. There we go. You get some of the tuna salad. Now, this does come with an egg in its default configuration, but they have it on the menu. You can order it without. I decided to go without because I was not feeling a runny egg on top of fish. Did not sound appetizing to me. That is a mouthful of thickness. I guess I'm just going to have the fitness in my mouth. No, it does actually have a very good flavor. I'm very surprised. Tuna sandwiches aren't something I normally order, but tuna melts, they're in the vein of things I would like. I love sandwiches, and I do love fish. This sort of like tuna salad is mixed very well. It's got a lot of herbs, and there's a little bit of onion in there. So it's a very good consistency. The cheese can stand to be a little bit more melted because it just sort of fell apart when I bit it, like a tomato. And the sauce is a truffle aioli, which gives it sort of like earthy flavor that like hangs in your mouth, give it sort of like a land and sea feel. And the bread is nice and buttered, and that goes down well. It definitely eats like a sandwich. It's like once you're chewing it, it's all basically the same anyway. Just kind of unwieldy to eat with how thick the bread is. It's got a good flavor, and I don't hate it. I would definitely eat it again. My one critique is the thickness of the bread, because it makes getting a bite like a workout. Not everybody's looking to work that hard to eat their meal. I would give that 3.75 out of 5 claws. So close to a 4, but I think it's just like the execution needs a little tweak. You know what I mean? Keeping on theme, I thought I would go double down on the chocolate with this Chocolate Stout. A chocolate stout with a rich, creamy finish because apparently you can have too much chocolate in a glass. I was expecting something a little bit more bitter, but as stouts go, it's actually rather smooth. It definitely sells the rich, creamy finish part. It reminds me of a beer I've had before, a craft beer. It's called Count Chocula Chocolate Stout. I think it's Chocula. Or maybe it's Chocula. I think it's Chocula that I've had before. Very similar to that, but it's just a little bit lighter. It almost drinks like a stout / chocolate milk, which makes me miss the Hershey's chocolate, which I have not been able to get in years, and getting it breaks my heart. The Hershey's Yingling. The Hershey's Yingling that I haven't been able to get in years. Missing that has broken my heart. This will do for now. Maybe I'll walk in here and get one of these from now on. Give that a 4.5 out of 5 claws. Toothsome is trying very hard to give us a sweet tooth.
I gotta say, Disney has the Edison and Universal has Toothsome, and I think Toothsome is more popular and probably has better options than the Edison.
Ooh, those are fighting words. A lot of people will come out and defend Edison. I'm not gonna be me. I'm not defending them. I actually kind of agree with her. I think the food is slightly better here. Not leagues better, but if I got to pick, I'm probably picking Toothsome.
And there's one in Hollywood now too, so Universal Hollywood people, enjoy your Toothsome.
Yes, it's nice coming here and getting on those chocolatey vibes and trying out the new menu, being able to share that with you guys. I don't know what you think about the menu here. Is this a place you come eat? Is it just a place you stop because you don't want to eat anything inside the other parks? Let us know in the comments below. Now, if there's anything else you can see us do, the comments will always be the place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment and tell us what your favorite Toothsome dessert or Toothsome dessert that you want, Bear is going to yeet himself so far out of Universal that it's going to be painful. Maybe he'll just yeet himself from here to Epic and land in a Koopa.
They need a warp pipe or a teleport or something for that, but you heard the girl.
So, we're a couple of fashionistas here, aren't we?
Have we met before?
I don't believe. Have we?
Well, I always ask because sometimes we meet people in the future and they come back to the past and we met you but you've not met us.
Those get very confusing.
Time travelers, you see.
It honestly can get very confusing. But just in case, Professor Dr. Penelope Boating at Toothsome and this is Jacques.
Good day to you.
Now, we actually have been talking about updating the shop style and we were thinking of something like this, both for springtime. Where do you think would be sort of the best placement? On the voice box, around the hat?
We were even thinking around here replacing the tie entirely for a bow. What do you think?
I like the hat idea. The hat with flowers or whatever in the
Oh,
hat.
flowers!
Just
Looks like you're absolutely right. You were right all along, my dear.
Flower crown!
How wonderful.
Yes.
Oh, I love that idea!
Dancing around like a little cherub of some kind.
I love this idea.
I think we should make one.
So you have
Seasonal.
So you have leaves for the fall, flowers for the spring, maybe a little like snowy hat.
Oh, and I could glisten so.
You have your pine for the winter. Maybe for the summer you can just get palm fronds and just...
A wonderful idea. Then I'll be incognito all the time.
Florida camouflage.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The wild Florida brush.
Are you going this way?
Hello there, my friend. We were just discussing fashion. Good day to you. That's quite all right, my friend.
I
Okay.
love this idea so much.
We shall have to make it happen.
I feel like I should now. I'm going to look sort of dull.
All right. Then perhaps we shall add some bows as well.
Matching.
Matching.
Matching outfits, yes!
I say I'm so excited for this idea. We must make it happen. Too sweet.
Oh, thank you for helping us.
Thank you.
Great.
Next stop, to the boutique. You think? I was also thinking of a new apron. This is a bit dingy now.
Embroidery maybe.
Embroidery on leather, that's going to be fun.
I say, that's going to be a challenge. Let's make it happen.
Needle out.
It'll take us several years to make it happen.
Yes.
Well, good thing we're done now. Let's
It's
go
a
back
good thing.
when we're done.
We'll go over and over and over. A long process.
Thank you for discussing fashion with us. This has been very lively. Thank
Good
you.
day.
Thank you for stopping by.
And you're enjoying the 2 chocolate stout?
Yes, it's amazing.
Fantastic. You know this is the only place you can get it, right?
We had to come back to visit to get more.
Farmers. Excited to hear this.